Yeah, you clicked on this video because you suck at trading. But let's do something about that. But first, let me paint a picture for you. Imagine you move to a country in which the language being spoken in that country is different from the language you speak. And then you try to meet people. You try to talk to them. You try to communicate with them. Just imagine how difficult that would be. When you're faced with that situation, your only option is to learn the language, right? Because if you intend to live in that country, if you intend to make a living in that country, then you're going to have to learn the language. The same thing applies to trading. If you want to be a professional trader, if you want to make a living out of trading, then you're going to have to learn the language of the Forex market. Now, the more knowledge you have, the better the trader that you will become. So you can't just learn the basics in trading and expect to be making a living out of trading. If that's you, then you're living in cuckoo land. Because it's comparable to learning just the basics of a foreign language and thinking that you can get the top jobs in that country. So what is the language of the Forex market? I'm very glad you asked that question. Let's head over to the charts. So the language of the Forex market is divided into three different parts: bullish market, bearish market, and consolidation. Every single one of these parts has their own individual characteristics, and you need to be able to understand them in details, or else you're better off just chucking your money down the drain. If we take the bullish market, for example, and isolate it, we see an impulse leg, we also see a correction, we also see a bullish structure, when we also see 1, 2, 3 is part of a correction, and we also see complex contraction. And we also see an advanced pattern. Shall I continue? I think you get my point. Most traders will learn what a bullish structure is, and they can go and think that they can start trading. And if I ask them what is a bullish structure, they send me a picture, a diagram like this. Now they're not wrong, because you've just seen me take this drawing from my own chart and I called it a bullish structure. But let me take you back to my opening statement about moving to a new country. So let's say you're someone who lives in Germany and you move to England and you don't know a word of English, but then after a few months you learn some of the basic greetings in English, like hello, how are you? That's the normal standard basic greeting. And then you meet someone, you meet a different person, and they were like, hello, what's up? And then you were like a bit confused. And then you meet another person and you're like, what are you saying? And then you meet another person and they were like, you alright? And then you were like, hold on a minute, this is not English. Well, I'm sorry, but it is. So just like that example, this is a bullish structure. This is a bullish structure. All these three are all bullish structures, and yet they all look different. Now this is just an introduction, because imagine that every single structure that you see on this chart, bullish structure, correction, impulse leg, 1, 2, 3 as part of a correction, complex contraction, advanced pattern, every single one of these structures has different layers to it. So you might know the basics, but if you're really going to be a trader, You really have to know the different layers, because it's just like learning a new language. You can't just expect to be able to speak and communicate to people on a higher level if you only know the basics. So you have to go deeper. So allow me to introduce you to a world of technical analysis from a different perspective. I'm going to be making a series of tutorial videos that I'm going to teach you guys the language of the Forex market. And we're going to be exploring every single structure in depth. And mind you, this is just a bullish structure. We've still got the bearish structure, the bearish market, the consolidation to explore further. So if that's something you want to see, then leave a comment or a like down below. And in the meantime, you can head over to my website, where you're going to find all the necessary information, all the services and courses that I do offer on my website, including all the descriptions to them. So until next time, I'm exiting this trade.